some sound though. So it's gotta be.
Awesome.
Ugh. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to today's match, CMU versus Kent State University. We're going to be getting right into our showing off the map picks and bans in a couple of seconds. Alright, so the first veto for Kent State was Lotus. Then looks like CMU is banned Split, which means we're going to be starting off at Haven, going into Ascent, and then for the third map we'll go to Bind. It's interesting, honestly. I think CMU has been planning to ban Lotus, so I think Lotus being banned is good.
Yeah.
And then Split, I know they've been discriminate and stuff, and had some thoughts about it. So I'm not too shocked that that's their second ban. I am curious what they're gonna whip out on Haven though.
Yeah, it's interesting that the first map is going to be a 3-point map. So there's 3 different sites to the map. So strategies are going to have to be a lot different. The second game does go back to a 2-point map, but they're deciding both the second match and the third match are going to be on 2-point maps. But they're going to have to play a little differently to atone for the fact that there's now 3 sites that they're going to have to defend, 3 sites that they're going to have to attack on. So control over the middle is going to be very important.
Right.
They need the ability to be able to shift from any one of those sites to the others. So we'll see how they do with that. In our last game with CMU, they didn't take too much control of the middle site.
Especially on Ascent.
Right, yep. They gave up a lot of space, which if they do that this time around, especially with a 3-point map, the enemies could easily circle around, pincer them, and take them out pretty easily. So they're going to have to play smart.
Yeah, in their last match against Akron, it was pretty passive from CMU's side, and that's not really going to be able to fly on Haven with the 3 points. You usually have to take space on one of the sites. And after that, we'll see what they've changed, what they've kept on Ascent, see how it goes. Bind, it's a question mark.
Yeah, you can't really, no matter your play style, you can't play too slow on a 3-point map.
Right.
If you get holed up at one site and they go on across the map, that's a lot of distance you have to cover. They get to get the spike down, you get to be pushed off site, and you got to play a good retake, which CMU is going to have to prove that they can do. Their retakes in their last match against Akron were not the best, but they've been planning, they've been strategizing, so we're going to see what they can come up with here.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much time between matches for them to really make some deep changes, but there's been some adjustments, I can only assume. A couple changes, maybe some looking at what went wrong, figuring out what to do from there. We'll see. We will see. Alright, we're going to take a break real quick while we're waiting for the match to get started. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. back. It sounds like we are going to be getting into the match soon. Both teams had to take a second to figure something out. Not quite sure what. But we should be getting started in the next couple of minutes. Again, we're heading to Haven first with Kent State's pick. First time we're seeing a 3-point map from CMU, so we're going to see how that goes. Alright, here we have the map picks. Here we have the map picks again.
Maybe not. There we go.
Alright, there we go. So again, Lotus was banned by Kent State, and then we've got Split as CMU's veto, which usually they ban Split or Lotus, but that's ban a different map. So that means we're going to Haven first, and then CMU's pick was Ascent, which is what their pick was last week. And we're going to be going right into Haven here. Alright, here we have our agent select. Let's see. Looks like both are still opting for the Jet. But other than that, we got a pretty different. We got Hover on 2 duelists here. Oh, they're just going. They're just joking. Surely they're not gonna pull out the Gecko here. Surely not. While they're figuring that out, looks like Kent State here is going to be running double controller, which is interesting, especially with the Viper Harbor combo. Usually you see kind of Viper or Harbor with their lines, their walls, and then usually you have a dome smoke. CMU went for only 1 controller but 2 initiators, so they're going to be kind of aggressive, I would expect. They are starting on attack first.
Yeah, we have pretty similar teams, a couple of switch-ups with CMU playing 2 initiators. They do have a different controller than the 2 controllers picked by KSU. So we'll see how that plays out. We have CMU on attack first, so we're going to see what they can play out. It looks like they're heading towards C site, which are going to take on pistol round. Looks like KSU is also heavily leaning towards the defense on A site, so they are going to have a lot of potential. If they can be aggressive, they can get up there fast, they're going to get hopefully a pretty easy round. They should get a good plant off, and KSU is going to have to play retake here.
Yeah, it looks like KSU is planning on playing retake here with that wall, that Viper wall that they've already put out there. I'm wondering if they're going to do that every round just as a default wall since they've got the other smokes. But here we go into round 1. Looks like CMU's flashing out, wall's going up. We got Jay on the entry, flashing backside.
Yep,
No contact
extremely, yet. They backed off, KSU backed off, they heard them all coming.
Oh, looks like Wish is down. He's lurking.
He's playing it cautious. You can see, he gets tagged though. He's low, he's stuck at mid alone. He has 2 of them right there watching him.
Yeah, it looks like Vanable went back main to maybe see if he can help out Wish, but rotated back. Jay
A trade-off. It's a 2-on-4 for KSU's favor. They do take out everyone but Bannable, who is playing way back. They're going to try and defuse now, which Bannable kills the diffuser, gets taken out.
Unfortunately, he's not able to get the other 2, and KSU will take the first round. Literal Chad, 3 kills in the first round. Take a little bit damage, but making it out with 3. CMU made out with 3 picks there. Looks like they are still buying some guns here.
Right, they're being very risky if they decide to buy any guns. If you lose the first round and a half, you're going to almost always want to do another save. It'll probably keep you from winning the second round, but it's very important so you can buy guns later on. So it looks like they're not buying very heavy at all, so they can still buy next round.
Looks like Jay here is the only one that bought up, opting for the Marshall. Looking for a pick mid. Doesn't look like
Bannable
KSU is going to give it to
over
him.
by C, he's going to peek over long, which is where KSU is still watching. They're peeking that, so he's going to have to be careful there. Looks like they're going to try and head up towards B if they can, but B is already heavily contested by KSU. They got 3 of their people there.
fight in A lobby. Looks like Vanable's are
Looks like two have been drawn off site. There's only one left on site there. There's two on C, two on A, and one on B. KSU is very spread out. They're not entirely sure where they're going. CMU is taking that advantage to push, but it does look like KSU has gotten back on the site. There's now three of them coming up. They take out two. Spad takes out one.
Down B. Vanable and Wish both on the A objective. Looks like they're gonna go for a flank here, see what kind of damage they can do to KSU. Two shares here.
KSU takes out Wish. They do have one. They have no spike control, so Vanable's gonna have to get in there and take spike.
Unfortunately, not really a round CMU's expected to win. Would have been nice if they got the spike down through some extra credits, but instead, the round will go to KSU. This should be a buy-up round for Central now, and KSU should be stuck on a bonus. Yeah, it looks like Central's got rifles, a couple of light shields. Shouldn't be too concerning though, but on the other side, KSU, their Jet Shack has opted for an operator round 3, and he is waiting for CMU on C.
Right, CMU does have the gun advantage, but they are pushing through C, which is exactly where Shax could be watching with that sniper. He's gonna have to be careful. Takes out one. He takes that quick dash either way. The wall goes up.
Looks like they're still coming to the site. Jack gets 2, takes out Jay. Balonix will take out 2 more, and the third will fall to Shaq.
Yep, that makes it a flawless round for KSU. They're gonna get keep all their weapons there. CMU is gonna have to do another save round here. They don't have the credits to buy anything right now. They could try and force, but you could easily throw out the rest of their credits if they did that. And they know that now KSU has their old guns, which are even better now. So they're gonna have to play really carefully. They're gonna have to play for picks here because they're at a heavy gun disadvantage.
Yeah, KSU also is able to buy all full shields. Looks like one of them, Swaggy there, is holding on to the Bulldog, which isn't really a preferred rifle, but nothing wrong with it. Still gets the job done.
Little Chad Shack takes out another one. Only 3 left on CMU against KSU's 5. They have all 5 people playing up. Wish gets a good angle but doesn't hit. See how they're waiting for them to push up, which it doesn't look like they're quite yet. Kippy's also waiting. Kippy does have the spike, so they still have spike possession, but they're gonna have to try to rotate or get out of there.
Yeah, CMU's playing the castle. I think they're waiting to see if KSU will get a little greedy, try to take some more space, and hopefully let CMU get some picks, but it doesn't look like KSU is going to be giving it to them. They have, for the most part, fallen back still on the sites. Jack takes out Wish and Window. That leaves it just to Vanable and Kippy, who are looking towards Garage. Vanable's going to go towards B again. Take out Vanable. It's all on Kippy now. He should get 1 here. Chad takes his 3rd, and it is another flawless for Kent State.
That was another save round by CMU, so they do have more credits now. We're going to see what they buy. They should be able to buy mostly full guns, which is a good contestant to what KSU has. They're pretty loaded on credits, so CMU's going to want to win a couple rounds here if they want to even out the credit score.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the 2 flawlesses back to back. That's definitely going to put Kent State in a pretty comfortable position with their credits. Leave them with a lot of stores in case they lose a couple of rounds. Still leave them with some buys. So Swaggy's going to flash out A. Where CMU is. Shaq takes out Vanable. Jay is able to take out Swaggy. Swaggy getting ready to. Jay is on site, pushing. Flash by Spat on backside. He's holding the backside space. Wish takes out literal Chad. CMU has full control of the site as of right now.
Yep, they just got to play. Now is the perfect time to play much more cautious. They have the player advantage. 4-on-2 right now by KSU, and KSU is going to have to find a way to push in there. They don't really have agents up who are good at getting on the site and pushing on. They do swing out.
Secure the round for CMU, making it 4-1. I was a little worried with the op again, but they were able to get on the site, keep control. Weren't playing too greedy. They held their spots. It was well played by CMU.
Yep, and it looks like they're going right for the operator again over there on KSU, so they're gonna have to be careful. They have another person now over by A site. They're doing a pretty traditional defense. They have one on C, one over by garage, one that's by B, and then two on A there. Spac's looking for an easy pick, quick pick over on Bannable.
Jay
Dashes
denies
out.
here. Looking to contest the operator. Spad takes down the op. Jay is on 6 HP, but he is going full tilt into sight. Does he see Swaggy here, and does he catch him? Jay takes out Swaggy with a clean, nice kill.
Yep, so now they're able to push on the site there. They're getting the plant off. They have the player advantage again with CMU's 4 players against KSU's 3.
I'm wondering if KSU is going to invest the harbor ult. There it is. Pretty good retake ult. It's going to force CMU to a little uncomfortable anywhere.
Jay takes out one.
Going
Little
for the
Chad also
third.
takes out Spad. It's now 1-on-2. He's going to have to do something here. They're going to play time as much as they can.
Kippy's going to heal up Jay here. Little Chad's going to drop from heaven. Flash.
Good trade. Final trade there.
Clean trade. Well done by CMU again. Looking better. It's looking better.
Right, they've almost finished off the gap between credits. Their economies are pretty balanced now. CMU has been losing a good bit of players each round though, and they did win. So the credits aren't going to be anything crazy, but they did definitely take out a lot of credits on KSU's side.
Yeah, CMU's also got 3 ults up here. They've got the Seekers on Sky and the Breach ult and the Omen ult.
And it looks like Spec is about a 3rd operator. So he's going to want to be really careful with that. If they lose this round, then KSU is actually going to be looking a little rough on credits, if anything.
It is worth noting, he has gotten one every single round with that operator.
Yes.
Which could argue makes it worth the investment, but who's to say? Who's to say, really?
Looks like they're pushing up through mid. They're going to probably head towards B, but if Bannable can get on site and take over site on C, they may push over towards C rather than B. Right now, it looks like they're trying to push up. There is only one on B, and he's playing a bit off-site. So if they were to push in, there's 4 of them there waiting. So they're going to have to make a play fast. They're taking a lot of time.
Chad picks out Spad, Jay trades him out. Looks like he's going to be looking for another fight here. He does not leave it, he just takes him out. That leaves it.
They do get plant down.
CMU, Wish on backside. Fish takes out Greens. Shaq gets another revive here. Alonix takes out Vanderbilt. It's now a 3v1, and it is all on Wish. Dog, I think he's
Well,
gonna
it does
catch
hit him,
down.
and Shaq, yep, takes out Wish.
It'll be around for Kent State, making it 5-2. I was curious with that B push there because Kent State has been using a lot of their detail. They've been using the KJ Alarbot and Molly's on B, and they're kind of leaving it just kind of open, just relying on that util to slow people
Right.
down enough. And then they've been using the Viper Wall on C every round.
Yep, yeah, they've been focusing more stuff on either 1 on C and 1 garage, or 2 on C, as well as normally 2 on A. So since they have 1 less player on B, they want to make sure they have the utility to stall time. That'll give them enough time to converge up on CMU like they did, take them out for the post plant. That's mostly what they're playing for with that utility.
They are changing things up this round. Got KJ is playing on B. I think they're going to have an aggressive push out on mid. From literal Chad and Shaq. Looks like literal Chad has changed his mind. Shaq is holding the space. Seems like he's working. They are going to run to the KJ util, but they're not quite deterred. Wish is all the way up. Even flash coming. They're on site. They've been given site once again. ESC has been pretty generous with the site control this game.
Right, and it looks like they have Spike down now, but there's still 2 way over by B. They're rotating over now. They know that Spike has been planted. Bannable's going over towards mid, it looks like. See if we can get any kind of pick.
Both KJ ult contested. 5v5 retake. CMU should have the advantage with 5 defenders. Have the opportunity to get
A couple players on both sides being detained by the Killjoy ults.
Is taken out from heaven. Vanderbilt is gone for a flank here. He's gonna.
He's teleporting right back to his team. Now play time. It
Shaq
doesn't
takes
play.
out 2.
Yep, KSU is taking out all but 2 players right now. They have a heavy player advantage.
Vanderbilt last one. It's a hard task, but it's not flawless. They were able to get 1 on KSU's side. I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah, they got the plant down, but even when you do get the plant down, no picks had been had, so it was a 5v5 still, which gave way for a lot of potential. Just because they got plant down, it did give them a little bit of an advantage, but with both ults being invested from the Killjoys, it kind of pushed everyone off of site, which gave KSU a fresh new kind of start. They were able to get all of CMU off of site, or at least most of the ones that they didn't detain, and they were able to push on from there and get them all backed up into one corner. You can see that the last 3 people of CMU were stuck there in sewer.
Another save round. Looks like they're defaulting, just completely ignoring A. Mostly
Little Chad.
Looks like they're gonna rotate back to mid. Wish has fallen for CMU, making this a 4v5. Shaq has already rotated over to B site with the operator. There's a couple smokes in his way, but CMU's gonna push on.
Right, there are 4 of them there. If they want to push on, they're gonna have to do it together here. They can't waste too much time waiting around. There's still 2 people off site. There are 2 right next to B here gonna be coming up.
Stab takes out Swaggy. Doesn't quite catch Shaq. Shaq takes a little bit of damage. Alonix takes out Spad. Jay takes out Yo. Shaq trades out Jay. Vanderbilt takes out Shaq. A lot of trades going back and forth. It's all on Vanderbilt to stop this defuse.
There's one being defused.
Hard ass. Reason's just gonna sit in. And Alonix takes out Vanderbilt. That was just an unlucky spot.
Right.
Got mollied off.
Yeah, very fast round too. Lots of trades. Everyone was trading off of each other. And it looks like they are calling a timeout.
Yep,
So CMU is starting their timeout of the half. So
yeah, I think it's a good call. 7-2. Getting a little bit dicey with the KSU having 5 rounds up, and the rounds that have been won they've been a little messy, little disorganized.
Yep.
From Central's side. I'm hoping they can. They do have the Sky and Breach ult, which are both great for taking sites. I'm wondering if they're going to invest that. The only concern is that KSU does have the Harbor and the Viper ult, which is going to let them. The Harbor ult will let them retake some space, and the Viper ult will let them hold some space. But it doesn't seem like Kent State has been too interested in holding space. They've been pretty comfortable with just letting CMU take the sites and then retaking, and CMU's been largely they've been a little rough trying to keep site after Spike goes down, but hopefully maybe they talked about that in that timeout and we're getting right back into it.
Yep, we're gonna have to see what goes on. Spec still has the operator. They have been going very well with that. I think they were at 16 kills, if I saw that right. Doing very well. It's very deadly,
as well.
And it looks like that's exactly where CMU is heading, is towards Spec's operator. They're going to need to play smokes and play with their blinds and flashes really well, because they don't want to give Spec that angle, which they do smoke off. Gives them a chance to look up. They may use the blind.
Yeah, I think they're going to blind out.
Oh, he pushes up close with the operator.
He is concussed. He's going to fall off. Hiding in his own smoke with this classic.
Right, they are quick to
Takes out one. Jay trades them out. That is.
Yep.
Shaq should not have been able to get one there. That is classic too. Harbor ulti's gonna be invested here again. CM's got the spike down. Swaggy.
They're pushing on hard,
Swaggy
yep.
and Breeze will take out Wish Hippie. Jay takes out Swaggy. He's now down to Jay and Spad. Spad takes out one. Spad falls. Alonix takes out both Spad and Jay. Another round for KSU. I mean, it's just KSU is very comfortable with these retakes, and it doesn't look like CMU is the answer for it yet. Trades have been, rapid fire, kind of back and forth.
Right.
But usually it ends up with somebody getting a double, and then it's downhill from there.
Yep, CMU has been doing pretty good actually getting on the site and planting, but they're having kind of the actual opposite problem that they were at their last game with Akron, whereas instead of being aggressive and pushing up, they're actually having a hard time holding the site, which was something that they did a little bit better last game against Akron.
We're going to have another save round here, looking towards C. Got the, KSU's got the Viper wall here again. Jay's with the knives. Is he simply going to walk out of the smoke, or is he waiting for a flash?
They do have 2 getting
well,
ready
there's a
there.
flash and a dash, and no grab backside. Takes out 3. Alonix takes out Wish on the lurk. Vanderbilt trades him out, though.
Yep, now they just got to play that post plant pretty well. CMU's got 4 players left, along with an ult being used to track down some of KSU's members.
Well, with the ult, then they should know that Shaq is coming around behind them with the operator. The question is, how do they counter it?
No one's checking that at all. They aren't looking.
They know he's there now. They heard the operator as well. Jay takes out Swaggy.
Ooh, Shaq still takes out Jay. It looks like they're almost oblivious to the fact he's still there. He's pushing up sight now. He takes a shot over at Bannable. Ooh, they do get stunned, spraying down into the smoke.
Nice.
Kippy does take him out.
Alright. Another close round, but CMU is able to take it.
Last round in the half.
Jack has been just kinda just owning.
Yes, he's very good with getting that first pick. He's using his dashes to the fullest. His character, he's playing Jet, which is the best character for that. Lots of people play that character just for that reason, because of their ability to be able to get out of conflict as fast as they get into it. After they take a shot, they have an easy way to dash out. They can set up for another shot. So it's a very low risk point for Spec to be able to hold up anywhere.
Yeah, this is going to be the last round we have. He's on A. Looks like Jay's looking to contest the operator with his own that they picked up last round. Wish takes out Shaq. No longer have the operator to worry about from that. Swaggy takes out Wish, however. Jay again pushed up. He's looking to get somebody on site.
Jay is also holding the operator there. If literal Chad decides to peek, Jay should have a pretty good shot at him, but he does look away. It looks like literal Chad's getting ready to peek. Oh, you did see him there. He's going to be holding that angle again, but they are going to have to get on site a little bit fast here. They have 3 players waiting against KSU's 4, 2 of which
has not rotated over here though.
Right, 2 of which are still not on site. So if they have a good advantage, they want to take that now. Jay can't really push on too aggressively.
Looks like the smokes are going back on A. We'll let CMU get on the site.
Oh, they do push hard.
Jay just got tiring, but
Good trade.
Swaggy takes out Kippy.
Yeah, another trade. Now it's Bannable against 2 KSU.
Yeah, the 2 are not quite
30 seconds left.
He's got 8 bullets right now and no smokes.
Doesn't look like he's going to stick to
Expects
playing.
them to
He's
come
not
from
looking
there.
over
He's
there.
already a nice shot. Now a 1v1. He does have his ult, but he's not going to use it, looks like. He might use it to get in a different position, but he's planted for backside, so I don't think it's going to be too helpful for him. Just trying to get a gun with bullets there.
Oh,
he
they are
wasn't-
right there.
the
He
smoke's
doesn't-
not able to get him.
Whiffs his shots and gets taken out. He got caught by surprise there, absolutely.
Just not quite expecting Breeze to be pushed into that smoke. It's really unfortunate too, because I think Breeze still had the molly out. I don't think Breeze had the gun out to start
Nope.
with.
Yeah, just shot off that molly. Still was able to get the gun out in time though to take out Bannable.
It is going to be a 9-free half, 9 for KSU. For those of you who are familiar with Valorant, you may be thinking, oh, 9-3 curse. But that only counts if CMU is able to win this pistol round.
Yes, pistol round's arguably the most important round of the half. It'll set up for who's going to have what kind of credit advantage, and it also gives you pretty much a free round in the next round because you're going to always have the better guns than the team that lost the pistol round. So.
Yeah. It's also, if KSU wins this round, they are to double digits, but CMU only has 3 rounds, which is very dangerous. The lead already is pretty worrisome, but if CMU is able to take this, they should be able to get 2 rounds. Looks like Jay and Kippy are pushing up A, but KSU is not too well. Looks like they have 3 going towards A. And
I don't
the
think
other
they know
2
Jay is
towards
there.
B.
Jay is going to swing out though. He gets seen, but he doesn't.
He's got the dash. Does not get his. He stays there instead of dashing back to safety.
Right, he goes back into the corner there. They are pushing up on him still. 2 right there. Ooh, literal Chad takes out Jay for the first pick. Kippy shooting.
Kippy takes out Swaggy. A little messy. Takes out 2. Shaq with the running gun, but it's a headshot, so who really cares?
That does put CMU at the advantage. They are. Oh, it's now tied up. Lonix taking out Spad.
That leaves Wish and Bannable here for the retake. KSU is going to get spiked down.
Spike planted.
Looking like Wish is just going for it. There's not 2 there.
Lonix takes out Wish, yep. Do get taken out, which they did lose pistol round, which is very dangerous. Because KSU is going to be able to buy guns here, which means they're most likely going to win this round, which will put it at 11-3 if CMU loses this round.
There's always a chance of a thrifty. I don't want to quite count it out, but the odds are not in CMU's favor for this round.
Right, they're gonna have to play for picks, and they're gonna have to play a lot more passive than they had on attack.
I'm curious if KSU is going to spread. No, it looks like they're all heading towards C. Usually
have
want to kind of clump together.
Another pretty basic layout by CMU for defense. They have one in garage, one on C, one on B, and two on A, but they are hard pushing all 5 on C.
Takes out Shack on that side.
Yep, they do get the gun, but they get gunned down through the smoke. Bannable is waiting for someone to come through garage, but no one is, at least not right now. They're gonna have to play retake here. They're gonna back off site a little bit, a few of them at least. They know that CMU only has pistols.
KSU has a monster close fit between KJ and the Viper. I'm not quite sure how much.
Swaggy takes out Jay, also takes out Kippy, good for 3.
Bannable now is a frenzy now instead of a shorty.
Swaggy takes out 4.
Little Chad not allowing an ace for his teammate. That'll be 11-3 in KSU's favor. It's a tough ask, but maybe CMU can pull out just
Right,
round after round.
They do have the gun advantage now. It looks like Shaq isn't buying anything at all. If I had to guess, it looks like they're going to buy an operator again. Oh, they do buy a Vandal, so they actually are full buying their full list. CMU, though, across the board has full rifles, almost full shields for everyone. It looks like KSU is pushing up through mid.
Looks like they're waiting for the peek from Jay, but KSU is already pushing garage. They do use the util anyways.
Yep, and they're pushing up through C. They're backing off there on CMU's side.
See if Wish can get any.
Shaq does take out Wish. Bannable is over there alone. He's backing off, so his teammates can come and assist. They're going to need to play another retake.
Looks like they're all going to be coming from CT garage.
Spike planted.
No flank available. KSU is stacking high, low, and log, waiting for the push out of CT. Looks like a dog is sent to garage, flashing out, Jay dashes out.
Does splash 2 of them. Shaq takes out Spat.
Jay with 2. Bannable with 1. Jay falls. He gets 1.
They do have the player advantage now. They take out
Nice.
Literal Chad. That gives them the win. They still have 2 players left on CMU's side. It's a good boost in credits. They took out most of KSU, although KSU should still be able to full buy. They had most of their weapons that they had from round 2.
Both CMU players were very low that round 2.
Right.
Both low HP on that.
Yeah, it was a little closer than it should have been, definitely, considering how great of a gun advantage CMU had. But they need to take any round they can at this point.
Yeah, it looks like 3 players on KSU are going to go for the full buy, with Shaq going for a Sheriff, and Literal Chad is going to buy with a rifle. CMU also going for rifles, some with light shields, Wish with a Bulldog, just trying to scrape by what they can. Looks like Kippy and Jay taking an aggressive angle out on A. Jay does get flashed, so we do know that there is some presence here. KSU also defaulting that Viper wall through short. Shaq takes out Spat. Available using a smoke mid. Looks like Shaq's just gonna walk right out of that smoke. Which gets Shaq.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to head over actually C now, because they do know that they've pushed all the players that are left are not over by C.
Wish's util is going to pick up that they're going C, so hopefully CMU is able to get some rotations off pretty quickly. KSU is still going to get the plant off.
Spike planted.
It is going to be a 4v3 retake.
Looks like two of CMU is heading through garage there while Jay waits up to enter site. Oh, it does get taken out by Swaggy though already. Kippy takes out 1, Kippy takes 2 out. It's a 1v2 now. Kippy does have their ult. They decide to use it. That'll give them a location of both the players left. They know there's one to both their left and right.
Such an awkward
Kippy's
angle.
exposed to both angles right now, and Little Chad does take him out. This puts it at match point for KSU. So CMU is going to want to buy everything they can here. If they do a full save, then there's no real reason to. They need to win any and every round they can.
Yeah, that 2v1 was just well set up by KSU, honestly. With the only really safe spot was behind a sprayable box where someone's just waiting for that opportunity. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but it looks like Shaq should be using their ult. They're sticking with the classic, so they're probably just going to pull out their ult. They've been doing really well with how they've been aiming. 23 and 11 by Shaq. Which is very impressive. They do push on the site immediately, but Wish does take them out.
Looking for a gun there, I think. He's not going to find one.
Looks like they're falling back over, and they don't have Spike over at C anyway.
Takes out Breeze. Now they know he's there for the flank. He just barely avoids the rotation.
Oh, he-
Are gonna spray?
Yep, the ultimate, they know he's there. They're trying to get him out, and they're flushing him out with all the util they have.
Doesn't quite catch him. He's gonna go for a flash.
Go for a flash
Smoked
there.
off. He's able to get out. Hopefully.
He is looking where literal Chad's about to peek out. Doesn't hit a shot, though.
Falls back. Kippy with the bandle here as well as bannable.
They do have a big player advantage. CMU's 5 against KSU's 3. KSU has not played the Spike yet, so they need to keep playing as passively as possible. They're just trying to run out the clock at this point. There's no reason for them to have to hunt after KSU.
Yeah, less than about 30 seconds left in the round.
Jay
Working
is...
towards A, where Jay is sitting with the sheriff.
Yep, Jay is alone though, so if they can get that kill off, they're probably going to force a plant. They do take him, hit him with the dog. Alonix takes out Jay. Kippy gets full blinded, has to push off of sight. They do get the plant down just in time, so now CMU's going to have to play retake against them.
It's a 4-3 here. Chad falls to Chad.
Little Chad takes out a
Wish.
second one.
Another flash. 2 remaining
Ooh,
players.
Bannable looks
Takes
away
out
as soon
Bannable.
as Alonix peeks.
It's all on Kitty once again. 3-1. The spike planted in time ticking. Looks like Kippy's gonna try and see if she can get some picks in heaven.
Kippy does take out one.
Does she get the second?
Takes out
the
2.
second.
Very low
5
health
HP.
though.
And
Yeah,
she's
gets
not
taken
a
out.
second there.
That ends our first game at 13-4 for KSU's favor. That was KSU's pick, so we move on to CMU now, which is a 2-point map. So it's a little bit more condensed, hopefully. We'll see. This is their pick, so they should be more comfortable with it. Shaq does very well, though.
Yeah, going back to Ascent here, we've seen CMU play Ascent before. That was their first time playing Haven in matches.
Yep.
The 3-point map, we already know they're not too fond of with their Lotus Band as their default. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable with that map. Maybe not quite sure what to do there. But going into Ascent, it's their pick. They're much more comfortable on it.
Right.
Hopefully, they're able to turn around here.
Yes, yeah. They did pretty well with their attacking side, but they weren't able to hold the post plants at all. They let KSU get on, and they let KSU kind of flush them out as fast as they were able to get on site in the first place. So whether that was KSU's plan or not, don't know, but it seemed like they were really confident when they were able to push on the site, take them all out, and get the defuse off in time. So
Yeah, KSU I think was confidently playing for retake. We'll see how it goes next map. We're gonna take a break here. Be back in about 5 minutes, and we'll be heading to Ascent. be getting into our second map here. We're heading to Ascent.
Yep. Yes.
We did see Ascent last week against Akron. There was definitely some points of improvement.
Yep. Yeah. They did not play as strongly as they could have, but hopefully they have a better idea here of what all they want to do. They seem pretty optimistic about it. We'll see though. Like you said, this is one of the maps we got to see them play on already. So hopefully we'll see some improvement onto here. This is a map that we'll be able to measure off of our last game here.
Yeah, last week against Akron, CMU was very passive, kind of letting Akron have whatever space they wanted.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much of that against Kent State. They were pretty aggressive, just taking sites. It was actually Kent State who was allowing Central to take whatever space they wanted before the retakes.
Yep. Yeah, they did very well with getting on the site this time, which is something they actually struggled a lot with when it went against Akron. So they were able to get on site here, but like we said before, it was the retakes that they actually struggled with. They had a big issue holding site and defending it from KSU. They did let KSU get on site a lot of times and push them back off of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hoping between the VOD reviews, extra scrims, they've been able to work out the kinks. I don't know, we'll see.
Right, yeah. We have
We'll see.
Our next game gets set up here. I think everyone's getting ready out there, so
Mm-hmm.
we're just waiting here for a minute.
Do you think there will be any agent changes CMU side?
I'm not too sure. If they decide to play much differently, they may switch up the agents a little bit. They may play a little bit more heavily on defense since they did let a lot of space up in the first one. They may play a bit heavier on the controllers as well, since that's something that'll allow them to keep their enemy off of mid and keep them from getting the mid control like they let Akron do a lot. And we just got word the game is starting, so we're going to get into the agent select screen here, and we'll be able to see what CMU and KSU pick here.
KSU hovering the Reina here. They're gonna lock it in. Wow. Alright, looks like no Jet here. They're gonna go for the Rays and the Reina on KSU side.
That's
CMU, however,
very confident, it looks like, from KSU. Reina's not a character that is picked in any kind of competitive aspect. They don't.
No Sentinel as well. They got the double controller again with the Harbor and the Viper. And the
Yep.
double duelist.
Yeah, no Sentinel at all from them. They are playing Reina. Reina doesn't offer a whole lot to team play, so it looks like Alonix is going to have to set up a lot of aggression there. They also have a Raze though. Raze is very good at pushing on the site, gaining space and whatnot. It looks like CMU's team is pretty similar, I think, to last time. They have one Sentinel as well. They have one Initiator. They have two Initiators. They're playing double Initiator with one Controller. So they are going to have a lot of util to find enemies and suppress them and hopefully maneuver them to where they want KSU to go.
This is the same comp as last week as well. No changes on that front. Looks like KSU is stacking towards A here.
Yeah, they have all five there ready to go A, so it doesn't look like anyone's going to go mid at all. It does look like CMU has 3 on A, 1 Bannible's going over mid, so they have 2 holding B, of course.
Jay taking a very aggressive angle here.
They are pushing up rather fast. Jay's going to have to get a shot off. Does take out one.
Takes out Alonix as well. Gonna fall back, wait for the push again. See if he can get another. Swag
Right, he
takes
does
out
take
Jay.
out Jay with the frenzy. Shaq is running through sight.
Shaq on the Viper this round. Or this match.
The spike is planted, so now CMU's already got to play retake. It's 4 on 4 though, so it's really anyone's game. Spat does have one of his flashes he could use to get on the site there. They know he's there. He is peeking the angle. He goes for a flash. Flashes out.
Shaq gets the kill on this.
Little Chattels takes out Kippy. Shaq takes out 3, both Wish and Bannable.
I was wondering how Shaq was going to play, switching from the Jet to the Viper.
Right, that's a big change in play style, but the aim is still not disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is Breeze, who was on the Viper before, is swapped to... Actually, both duelists, Alonix and Breeze, neither of them were in the duelist position. Breeze, I believe, Breeze was Viper, and Alonix, I believe, was
They were the
KJ,
killjoy,
Sentinel. Yeah, so it's interesting, because they have, 3 of the same agents, but they didn't choose to keep the same players on.
Right, they are switching around a lot,
Mhm.
which either shows that they're experimenting a little or they're very confident actually with playing multiple different characters, which is a really good thing.
Yeah.
Some teams will switch out players entirely based on who they want to play what.
Last night is going to pick up 4, so they're going to know they're pretty stacked towards the A side here.
Yep, they're keeping Killjoy over on B to linger a little
Jay
bit.
takes out a line again. Nice shot. Sad.
Does look like they were pushed off site already, but they did get a pick, so they have an advantage here. They're gonna have to forward-minded. Jay is tagged though, so not gonna be able to take many more shots than that. They did lose pistol rounds, so they have some pretty decent guns. Jay gets hit by the Sky utility, which wounds him even more. Shaq does take out Jay. Shaq takes out Vandal as well. Shaq having a Vandal round 2 already. Takes out 3. Yeah, they're pushing up eagerly here. They're trying to hunt it down.
That'll be a 4K for Shaq. 2 rounds for KSU.
Yeah, Shaq already did buy a round 2 Vandal, it looks like.
Yeah, and he's able to hold on to it. And he's got the full shield.
Yep, they have a whole lot there. Shaq did give his weapon over to Lonix there, though.
Looks like the heavier weaponry.
Yes.
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 Shaq has 7 kills, round 2.
Yeah.
CMU has a collective 2 kills.
Alright, they need to really do something here to turn this around. It does look like they're switching up where they're heading over B this time. CMU has 2 over by B, so.
They are going to have KJ Util waiting here.
Right, hopefully if Wish decides to peek out, get a visual. He does get taken out though, doesn't get a chance to use it.
Feels bad.
Peeked out for a little too long.
It just,
Gets hit by the raise nade, which pushes him out into the open.
oh, Kippy.
Shaq does take out Kippy as well. That makes it
3 players on an assist there. Kippy's just spammed by each other. Jay takes out Alonix again. Now Chad takes out Spad. It's down to Bannable and Jay. Both with Vandals.
Shaq takes out Jay.
It's all on Bannable.
Leaves Bannable. Looks like Bannable's playing back for some picks. This is very familiar actually to a few
Yeah.
rounds of our last game. Bannable does take out 1 though.
Takes out Shaq. Takes out 2. Takes out 2.
Takes out 2 with him, but
Swaggy
does get
gets the
killed.
final throw. Oh, the literal Chad and Scrying taking Vandals to the next round. But it's going to make it 3-4 KSU.
It looks like with that CMU is probably going to have to go on to another save because they didn't win the 3rd round there, which is a very important round to win.
Yeah, stop the momentum. Kind of
Right.
puts a cap on the funds for KSU, but now it's CMU that's going to be trying to scramble up some money. Yeah, it does look like they're going for the save here. KSU is stacking towards the B site. Wish is hungry for blood. Takes out
Oh,
one.
takes
2.
out 1, he takes out 2. The literal Chad and Breeze will take out Wish and Kippy.
Looks like there's a fast rotate here from CMU. See what they can get with their. I believe they've all got Spectres and Sheriffs right now.
Are pushing on the site there. No one on CMU is left on site. They do take out 2 from KSU, so it's now a 3-on-3.
Spike planted.
KSU doesn't have the strongest utility for post plant here. I believe CMU should have smokes as well as flashes on Spad. Jay is left with a frenzy and a light shield. We'll see what he can get to his wall.
Looks like
here.
Jay's trying to
Looks
push
like
2,
he
gets
is
killed by
sprayed.
literal Chad through the wall.
My sprays.
Yeah.
Smokes.
Lots of kills through smokes. Alonix takes out Spad, and literal Chad also takes out Bannable. So that finishes the round off. 3 left on KSU still, so now it's 4-0. 9-2 for Shaq. That is a incredibly good KD, especially in just 4 rounds time.
Also 5-0 on Chad. Literal Chad.
Yeah, Literal Chad has
Has
not
not
died
died.
yet.
Well,
Now it looks like Alonix though is 1-3, which for picking someone like Reyna, you're gonna want to get a lot of kills because that's the only way you can use most of Reyna's utility.
Don't let
He
Harbor
was
slow you
thinking
down.
about the op there, but instead he's going to go for the Vandal Light Shield. Probably waiting to pull that out in the later round. He's aggressing out A here again with Spad.
Looks like they're doing 2 going towards site and 3 down mid. So if we're gonna get mid control, Vandal's gonna run into it, does get taken off Swaggy though. Jay dashes into the wall. Doesn't get quite taken out yet, but Lonic comes around the corner, flanks him.
Yeah, with that pick on Vanderbilt, it's really open. There's that falling into backside.
That to take out one. Shaq also takes out Spad though. Quick trade.
Give me a wish in heaven. Let's see what they can do on this off right now. KSU is very aware of where they are. All of KSU staying on site here. Looks like 3 and Gen. They're spreading out a little bit more here. Lonix is probably going to make the first contact. Volleying off that big spring in the middle.
Alonix also takes out Wish. Lots of utility coming up. They get spotted a few, but Alonix is good for 3, taking out Kippy as well. That does boost Alonix KD back from 1 to 3 to 4 to 3. I know.
Yeah,
Right.
something to prove that round. Well,
10 and 2 by Shaq. Still really good KD there.
that's still 5-0 on
Here.
Chad.
Here.
CMU with another save round here.
Yep, they don't really have too much of a choice here. They're gonna have to do another save so they can make sure they can full
light
buy.
shields.
Right, hopefully they'll be able to get a pick or two and pick up some guns to play off of that, but looks like right now.
Judge, so I think he's not making it. Jay also rushing with the knives. Hannibal taking space in main. Kippy swinging out the smoke.
There.
KSU's falling back into their spawn. Alonix takes out Spad. Breeze takes out Jay.
Bring them down.
Kippy and Vanderbilt with control of A lobby here. Vanderbilt takes out Shaq. Wish is waiting here. Is he gonna
Ooh,
catch
it looks like he
Breeze?
may get him. He does take
catch
out
him.
Breeze.
No damage. That'll get him a phantom here. Good upgrade to have on the ground.
Looks like they're gonna plant over A.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Alonix also meeting up with them. Which I don't think if Wish does push up there, Alonix is gonna get the kill, but Alonix is waiting. Doesn't quite get the kill, tags Alonix, but Alonix tugs Wish even more.
Looks like all 3 of CMU players are gonna come through tree. Wish is 7.
Vanderbilt does take out Swaggy with the Guardian.
That
makes it a-
switch the phantom over to Kippy.
2 of them are very low though, that gives Alonix a full heal. But even more.
Three.
Alonix with 3.
Slips on by.
Oh, runs out of bullets.
Chad lives another round. You know, you called out Alonix, and in 2 rounds,
Back up to 7-3.
he's gotten 6 kills, I believe. 3 in that last one. 3? 4?
3, I think.
3. It would have been 3, yeah. This is gonna be in B.
Set up their wall through mid there. That can give them a lot of control pretty quickly. They don't have anyone but one peeking there from.
Yeah, his
tree.
Spad's gonna peek out mid here. I hope he doesn't.
A little quick trade off, little Chad. Vanderbilt takes out Alonix. Breeze also takes out Vanderbilt though for a trade. That makes it back to 3v3. Although
Vote here. Doesn't get spotted
Kippy's
by
trying to
the
play
kill.
time there because they are holding off.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like they're rushing on too fast actually. They put the wall
Looks like
up.
Wish started rotating over to A. That was double up and
He does take 2 out. He doesn't see. He does get blinded, so they know he's right there. Oh, they're rotating over. They're either gonna rotate back to. They don't hear him behind. He pops the ult. Doesn't get taken out before he can fire. Very close call.
There is no world where I am expecting them to wrap through their spawn there at the race. It's just a
Right, they
it's a
are
creative play.
playing very confidently to say the least.
Yeah, it'll be it's now a 3v2 retake.
Right, they gotta be quick here
Has the
though.
numbers. Chad is
Somehow
playing.
Little Chad is not takes out 2, both Wish and Kippy. That's 3 there. Swaggy finishes off Spad. That's another win for the attackers. 0 and 7 in CSU's favor. KSU, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that was KJ ult invested too in that round for CMU. We're gonna be forced to take another save round here, or just a mixed buy. I think they're just trying to get what they can by the ranks because it looks like Jay's gonna take the Vandal. Spat's got a Bulldog. Vandal with a Bucky. Now, I've seen Vandal do some crazy things with a Bucky. See what he can do with it here.
Does have all of his utilities. Waiting, they are coming up on him though right there. So he has a good chance. He can't afford to back off too far though.
Yeah.
They put up the wall, looks like. Yep, they get the wall set. They get spotted by the bot. They hear the Bucky. They push out.
Push out. He's in there
Oh,
with
he
them.
takes out one, he takes out two. Three from Vandal with the Bucky alone.
Can't get 4. That was pushing it. But Alonix and Literal Chad will take out Kippy and Bannable. Bannable with 3 for the round for Bucky.
Alonix, though, does get the heal off of Spad, which just put him back to equal grounds, even though Bannable did get 3 with the Bucky alone. They're at a gun disadvantage. Alonix takes out Wish. That's 3 for Alonix. It's just Jay over there. Jay does have a Vandal, though, and some shields left. They do get the plan off. They're both on site.
No dash here, but he's got his updraft and both smokes. Both of the KSU players have been tagged.
Right, he doesn't know exactly where both of them are, so he's got to play really safe.
Making sure to
No
clear
one
the
there.
gun.
It's pretty certain. He should be pretty certain at this point that they're both on
Expecting
site.
him from here. He's
They're not expecting him, but they don't see him either. He rushes on and gets taken out by Little Chad. Lots of potential there. I do not believe so. I think he's still holding his own. He is 11-0. That is very impressive. It has been 8 rounds and he has not died once. They had a lot of potential there with that Bucky play for Bannable, but unfortunately they weren't able to finish it off.
Yeah, beautiful kills from Bannable.
Yes, yeah, absolutely amazing.
Very
They got
exciting.
very lucky they were all turned the wrong way.
Yeah, just the entire KSU team looking the wrong way, not quite catching them when they pushed out. Oh. Alright, KSU towards A. Jay and Spad doing a very familiar push out. Spad and Jay each get
both
one.
take one through the
Hard
smoke.
roll has been invested this round.
They're pushing up fast.
Spad falls to Shaq. Jay is in tree by himself. CMU is rotating over, and it looks like it is going to be a commitment from KSU off that harbor roll. They are going to have sight. 4v3 KSU's favor there. This
Does
is
hit
a
all
nice ult
3.
from Faye.
There's an ult from the Viper though as well. Shaq with his ult out.
Just finding a little ratty corner. Takes
Which
out
does take out
Reese.
one.
Gonna molly hell.
Doesn't molly the right
Kippy
side
takes out
though.
Shaq. They
Literal-
know he's there now. Literal Chad.
Does
Takes
take
out
out
two.
2 and
Finally
Jay
falls
does
to
take him
Jay.
out. They get their first win of the game.
Oh man. Chad got 2. I got a little scared.
Yes.
I got a little scared.
Right, considering how he hadn't died up to this point.
Yeah, 13.
Very scary.
That will be the first round for CMU. KSU still very comfortable with their finances. CMU is still trying to scrape some stuff together. Looks like Vanable has an Odin now, which is
Yeah, he took that last site to be there. He's gonna probably spray through the wall.
yeah, that is.
Yep.
Oh, well, he was gonna spend all of his credits. But it looks like that was the buy for Wish, but it looks like Jay's gonna do it instead.
Right, Jay also though then has no credits, so they're gonna have to play this very carefully here.
I think the plan is Jay's gonna do his ult. It's too off.
Yep, it's 2 off.
KSU playing very aggressive A, already pushing. CMU does stay on site this time. They're able to slow them with KJ util. It already looks like KSU starting to look towards mid.
Yeah,
and
lots
CMU is
of-
already all those two.
lots of
Vandal
util was
seems to be
used.
wise to it though. Starting to
He's
lead,
moving
taking
over.
Kippy with them. Going all the way to A, but the question is, do they check mid? Which is tiptoeing closer.
Looks like they
They're
are
gonna
gonna check mid. The wall is up though, so Kippy isn't able to see a whole lot. The wall's down, so now they're all very cautious there. They do have mid control on KSU's side.
I think he's able to find. I think that Brawler was able to see. Not sure.
I do have someone over on CMU there who's not peeking out mid at all.
Vanable waiting on the site with the Odin. It's. If it works, it works.
Right, they're pushing up. They've cut off
30 seconds.
both shop and up top there by their spawn.
Takes
Vandal
out
does take
Spike
out one
inside.
though. He takes out
2.
both Shack.
3.
Good for
2 left.
3
Alonix
there.
is gonna ult here on the Reyna. Spad and Jay both push stairs, and then Alonix catches them as they're moving back. Alonix gets a flash. Vandal
gets 4 from
10 seconds
Literal
left.
Chad takes out 1.
CMU simply needs to live here for
Yeah.
the next 5 seconds, and it looks like that's going to be doable unless they.
Little Chad with an ace!
Vanable
Or
with
Vanable
an
with an ace. Wrong person.
I was questioning the Odin. 7 HP left.
Right.
You can have it. You can have it. Fine.
Another 5 kills for
I will
Bannable.
not question your Odin anymore. My bad. It's still really gross. It works, but it's the most tilting
Right.
thing ever.
So there's
You
so
know
much
what?
respect that people have for the Odin, but
Yeah. You know what? Maybe mind games is where it's at.
right.
Maybe.
They need any round they can get here. Looks like KSU is pushing up towards A site now. They do have 3 at A now.
Got literal
CMU.
Chad, it looks like on the lurk towards B. Haven't seen this yet from KSU, so I'm wondering if CMU is gonna expect it or be prepared for it in any way. 3 stacked towards A, which honestly, finally, KSU's been pretty favoring towards A. They are playing passive here. It looks like they're just kind of chilling in lobby here.
Right,
Looks
they're
like
buying
their
time
lurk is
here.
rotating over, which makes me think that they are going to commit to this A site.
They've
CMU
all
gonna
grouped
have
up now.
patience here.
Yeah, no one moving off of site from CMU, so they still have pretty much 3 there.
Looks like Kippy's gonna check in. which is
Nothing
good.
from the suppression dart. We're gonna see.
Looks like Bannible's waiting to drop the smoke. KSU is
Pushing on fast now.
Bannable waiting with
Bannable with an Odin once
Jay takes
again.
out one, quick trade out. Breeze does not allow Bannable to do anything with that
That
Odin
did
this
use
round.
his ult though.
Yes,
doesn't-
30 seconds left.
Unable to do much with it though.
Planted.
Yeah, this is a 4v3 in favor of KSU. Kippy's got a Spectre here. Both Spat and Wish are going to be in heaven. That could have been fatal actually. They had the satchel, the green satchel go in the...
Kippy throwing out all the utility. Swaggy still takes him out there. The Vandal. Wish gets a spray through. We see only 2 left. There's 1 left over on CMU. They take out 1 and get traded by Shaq. Does take out Wish.
It'll be 2-9 as we get ready to go into this last round
Last
for
round
swap.
before the switch.
Familiar scoreline.
Yes. If
Very familiar.
CMU can win this round, that'll put them back at 3-9, the same score that was just last game. So we'll see how they can do. Literal Chad is at 15-2. Still very impressive KD ratio, absolutely. They're all spending all the credits they can. Looks like Jay and Kippy can't buy full rifles, so they're buying with what they can.
Jay is going to invest the ult, I would expect here.
Yep, everyone on KSU's full buff, full shields. You have 3 pushing through mid.
That takes out Swaggy. That's just a read.
They do move off of mid. They give mid over to CMU. They're going to try and more so force a push out here.
Waiting on a Breeze with the ultimate.
He's sitting on site there. He's going to need to pick a spot to shoot at it. Doesn't hit anyone though. Pad goes up.
Maybe out. Shag's gonna be planting here. Oh,
Little
Chad
Chad takes out
Bannable.
1.
Jay takes out a bomb. Wish takes out Breeze. He's gonna be hit by so many things.
Harbor ult
Wish
is
invested-
out, followed up with the Killjoy ult from CMU.
Oh, it's just bad.
One enemy remaining.
Yep, Shaq takes out
Wish takes
Spat.
out Chad.
Wish does
with
take
the
out
front kill,
both
taking
the
out
rest.
Shaq. It'll be 3-9 for CMU. Same scoreline as last round.
Switching
Yep.
sides.
Now we have CMU on attack here. We'll see how they're able to do. They're not doing too bad, but they really need to secure. They're doing very good with trades, but
Yeah, this is, we'll see how this goes. 3-9 again, just like last map. Like we
Yep.
said last time, very important round for CMU. If KSU takes it, they go to double digits. If CMU takes it, they get 2 rounds, get a little closer. Well, expected 2 rounds, I should say.
right.
I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, it looks like Alliance does take the Sheriff though, so that's
Mhm.
very, very confident from them. So we'll see how they're able to use that.
Spat and Jay
Push
very
immediately
aggressive.
up through mid, which
This
is
complete change.
right. Yes, very different to their
Right.
last game. Last time they barely used mid at all, which they used this time gives them a good
Oh,
advantage.
Spad,
But Spad does
little-
peek out into the open.
I don't think that was on purpose entirely. Swaggy's gonna spray down Spad. Frenzy. Jay's a little bit late.
Swaggy takes out Jay as well. Breeze takes out Kippy. Swaggy also takes out Wish. And there's the last trade there. Breeze taking out Bannable. Vanderbilt did get one there at the end, but they were shut down rather fast. They had the right idea.
Yeah, I
but
was very excited for that.
yes,
Had a lot of hope.
a lot of potential, but they did get pushed off. Looks like KSU held their own.
I want to see him do it again. I want to see it again.
Yep. Yes, they have the right idea, and I think that if they try that again or try some kind of variant with it,
Mhm.
and they get on a little bit more as a team, then I think there's a lot of potential.
Himself towards A.
Right, he is lurking there. It looks like they're gonna have two head over to mid again.
Mm-hmm.
While Kippy's
Drop
also
the
falling
spike.
bannable. Yeah, Spike is
Spike.
dropped.
Honestly, good strategy. If they're playing aggressive, playing for picks, defaulting, don't want to have
Right,
somebody pop the spike.
Yeah, especially when they're
Lonix
playing so
takes out
spread out.
Kippy.
Bannable gets
Traded
a tag,
out.
does take out Lonix, which causes another one to, looks like Shaq is gonna rotate over towards A. Bannable's falling
Jay's
back.
going for some.
Spike has been picked back up. It looks like they may be trying to go over B, which would be the smarter option. If they got a pick over on A, they know that there's going to be more people on over in A, but KSU still has two on B,
Yeah.
so they're playing cautious on both ends there.
Oh,
They're
seeing
not.
you in mid here.
Shaq does take out Bannable with the sniper.
Jay is a little bit low.
Right, he's very hurt.
Gonna
He's
peek
very.
it. He's gonna do it.
He's
got
gonna
the
peek
dash.
it. He's gonna see how he can do.
Well, he tried.
Fails to
Still
take
got
him
the
out.
dash up.
Oh, he
and
does take
Fish
out.
takes it. It's gonna be an assist for Jay at least. He's got the Marshall here. All three CMU players are on side, but Quentin
It
is
is
expect
3
that.
on
Maybe
3.
Spaz waiting for it.
Missed shots by Spaz. Little Chad takes him out. Wish does kill him though. Makes it a 2v2. Retake by KSU has to be played. Swing to see out one. Jay trades that.
Enemy remaining.
Jay's extremely low.
Oh,
Misses a
Breeze.
shot. Breeze does take him out. That'll make it 3-11.
yeah, it will. It was an exciting round though.
Yes, yeah.
Very
Very,
exciting.
very eventful. Lots of
So
strategy
close.
from both teams, yes.
I thought Jay had it. I thought he had it with the Marshall and the Sheriff. Alright, well, looks like the CMU's gonna go for a split here. A lot towards, no, they're changing their minds.
Looks
They're
like
there.
almost everyone's full bot. Looks like little Chad over there has a sheriff. Looks like they're going to be moving over A for the most part here.
Yeah, so this round they're leaving Wish to lurk, which is a little more expected.
Right.
Usually you have your KJ lurking instead of your smokes.
Yeah, leaving the Sentinel makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, also worth noting, Bannable is the IGL, so having him disconnected from the team there probably makes
Yes.
it a little awkward for calls. I know that CMU does occasionally share IGLing, but Bannable is primary IGL. Lean towards A. Jay is pushing
Jay's
the
gonna peek
tree.
out.
The ball is just literal Chad.
Little Chad does take him out, and they are going to get that rifle then, that means. If he decides to push up. He hasn't yet. Kippy's falling back. It looks like they're going to push up mid and hopefully try and get over
Bad
B.
pushing. Looking to maybe catch kind of greed from KSU if they do decide to go for that big one. Chad is inching closer. Might just be going for a better angle. A lot of presence mid for CMU. Bannable might get the timing.
Bannable,
He
Shaq is
just
right
misses
there.
it.
Just
Shaq
misses.
takes out Kippy. Bannable takes out Swaggy. Shaq takes out Spat. And
Mid.
Wish trades out Shaq.
Lots of trades there. KSU does have the player advantage still. CMU's got two. They do have Spike still.
CMU is
Yep.
doubled up here, so they should be able to play for trades. They do
30
have the
seconds
spike.
left.
Go for the
They're gonna
smoke
have to
here.
play cautious here when pushing up. There's
At
only
least
two
someone's
of
pushing
them.
through that smoke. Good timing.
They know
They're
where
gonna
both of
run
them
into
are. They're getting
Lonix
ready.
and Chad.
Lonix takes out Wish, and little Chad also takes out Vanderbilt.
Only at 3-12.